Yeah, trendsetter, whoa, league of my own, it don't get better. No, read what I wrote, I'm a bestseller. Yeah, reach for my goals, hit it dead center, hit it dead center. Bullseye, hit it the most, is no misses. Something like fish in a barrel, it's no different. Blindfold on me, I still got the...
What's up, everybody? It's your boy Jacob, also known as Pick Management. I'm here with my guy Greg, Mr. Smackington himself. We are here to nail these NHL playoff games this weekend for you guys. We have 4 games on the docket, and we are going to give you our picks and predictions for each one. The playoffs have been treating us pretty well. Me, Cam, TJ, the Big Maple himself, and Greg, Ash, everyone has been smashing. So if you're not following the Pick Management Network, you're doing something wrong. If you didn't see, Cam just hit a plus 1796 and a plus 496 parlay. Mr. Smackington right here, he swept the other night. I also swept the other night, and today already 4-2 on the day. So we have a bunch of games going. I have MLS plays all day for the evening. We have NHL, NBA, all the great stuff. Anything you guys want is right here. And if you guys want something covered that we don't currently cover, you need to check out the Rhythm app. Rhythm is an app that teaches you how to build predictive sports models, but they also have ones that are pre-made and powered by their AI system. They have an AI caddy that does hole-by-hole live betting predictions for golf tournaments that absolutely smash. Their basketball AI is unbelievable. They do it for almost every single sport. Right now, using my link, you get a premium subscription. You don't even need to enter any billing info. Just sign up with your email. The link is below. Make sure you check it out. You won't regret it. It's the Rhythm app. It's pretty awesome. That's how we are so successful here at the Pick Management Network. But Greg, let's dig into these NHL playoffs. You ready, bud?
Let's give them something.
Yeah. All right. First game up, Rangers, Carolina. What do you got?
Okay, so this series has been quite what said we thought it was. I said I was going to ride with the Rangers for the series. First 2 games we see Anderson in the net, trash, giving them up just like he was against the Islanders. Carolina switched up, brought in Kachanov, or however you say his name. He had a little better game, being a little bit more rested and whatnot. But today they are bringing back Frederik Andersen, and I just think that right now he can't stop a puck. So I'm taking the over 5.5 here. I just believe that the energy that Carolina has to have, being down 3-0, is detrimental to them not being taken out on the sweep at home. Okay, I don't like the fact that Anderson's in the net, but I'm sure that they're giving him another chance to try to get like some type of a home win. You know what I'm saying?
Sure.
At least to start the game.
Yep.
But I just don't think he has enough right now that he can stop the momentum of what the Rangers are doing when shots on the goal is coming at him left
For
and right.
sure.
I'm definitely loving the 5.5 to go over today in this game. I don't know what side, because like I said, you don't know how desperate the Canes are going to play or whatnot if they get any power play goals. But I'm definitely seeing the over here. 5.5 is just
Sure.
too low.
I was looking at the total. I stayed away from it because they did have the one game with 5 goals, which is a little concerning. But I took the Rangers here plus 127. I think they get it done. I think they end it. I had said it at the beginning of the series that the Canes letting the Islanders win that game really gave me pause that they weren't able to like completely just dismantle them how they wanted to. And I think the Rangers are just that much better. I think the Rangers are, at least, bound for the next round here. I mean, it's so hard to come back down 3-0 in any playoffs, but especially in NHL playoffs. And I just think that the Rangers on the road here can get it done. Like you said, what's his face is in Anderson is in net for Carolina. He is trash right now in the Rangers. 9-0 straight up their last 9 games. But what's more important is they're 6-1 their last 7 versus Carolina. They've just kind of owned this team. They're 5-0 straight up versus Carolina on the road. So they've even dominated them on the road. And they're 8-1 straight up their last 9 overall on the road. I mean, they are just playing great hockey right now.
The last 2 seasons, Rangers have really turned the tide with playing against this particular franchise.
Yep.
They really do them dirty. But like
Filthy.
I know last game for sure was probably more so based off of the goalie presence from Carolina that gave them that opportunity to even get a overtime win. You know what I'm saying? That
Yep,
still could have went either way. But you know what I'm saying? They
for
got
sure.
lucky with that. But
Yep.
yeah,
All right.
Frederickson, I just don't think he had.
Yeah, I don't
I
either.
just
Next game though tonight, 10:08 puck drop. Avs versus Stars. Avs minus 133 on the money line, plus 180 on the puck line. Over under at 6.5. What do you like here?
okay. I'm gonna say your boys is looking good, man. Every time I think that they want to just
Stars.
stay there at home, they come out of nowhere firing on all cylinders, right? I will say these two teams right now, based off of how we seen Dallas play against Vegas, we knew that the energy for them was going to be high, and we also know how Colorado likes to play aggressive in the net. I just think that the way that their offense is based, they're just going to sit there and give the goalies just too much pressure. I'm loving this game to go over. I juiced it up an extra goal to 7.5. I think they get 8 goals. No problem here. I just think probably the first and second period is going to be one of the craziest games. Probably first period. Who knows? We might end up seeing 3-4 goals first period. It's very well to be 2-2 by the end of the first
Yeah.
in this game in particular. So their last two games, you know what I'm saying, they're at 4-3, 5-3. They're just really aggressive, both sides on the offense. So I'm rooting for the over here. 6.5 is the regular value. I took it up to 7.5. I'm giving me some plus money.
You know, I really like the Stars. I like them a lot, but not enough to take them here. So, the Avs are firing on all cylinders too. I mean, we were seeing high scoring games between these two teams. The over is hit in 6 out of the last 7 for Colorado. So they have been putting up some goals. And we've seen the over hit in 6 out of the last 9 when Dallas is playing on the road versus Colorado. So I took the over 6. I want a little push protection. A minus 145. It's not so bad. And you don't pay the juice when you win. And then I have another play here. I'm also on the Avs versus Stars second period over 2 minus 1.5. You like it as a high scoring first period. All season, look, I'll say right now, this trend has died for the Stars, basically. They're 2-7 their last 9 to the over 1.5 in the second period. But it's because they were playing in these earlier playoff games were more low scoring and they had a tougher defensive matchup in, I think, the early round than this one. And I think these two high scoring teams will help the Stars return to at one point during the season, they had scored over 1.5 goals in the second period in like 27 straight games. We were a little late to the party on that one, but we did hit it a few times. But I think it happens here. If we're going to see a high scoring game, we're going to see goals throughout. So I like the over 2 here at minus 105. And then,
I got
like
a
I said,
question.
the Avs Stars over 6.
I got a question. I
Yep.
know we talked about Colorado, Denver being the mile high city. Do you think that has any effect on how opponents coming into Colorado play there? Why the games might be so high scoring?
Yeah, I mean, it's always harder to play in places like that, but I think that's more effective. That more affects teams playing outdoors than indoors. But I think because of the air indoors on the rink, I don't think it affects players as much. I could be
Okay.
wrong. I could just be making that up. I'm not really sure, but I feel like I've heard that before. But yeah, I'm not really sure. But honestly, that's my my most honest answer. But yeah, I mean, I really want Dallas to win here. I really want to see them in the Stanley Cup. I've just become a Stars fan this season, and I think they've been playing great hockey. So, yeah, that's what I got for that.
Definitely got,
Moving on. What's up?
they definitely got a chance.
Yeah, for sure. Moving on though, tomorrow Boston is taking on Florida. This has been a pretty good matchup. The Florida Panthers minus 142 on the road, plus 122 for the Bruins. The puck line is at plus 185, minus 1.5 for Florida. Over under at 5.5 at plus 105 for the over. Greg, what do you like here?
I'm all over the over, man.
Yeah.
I just feel these two teams right here, they have a lot of grudge in them. And
Yep.
when you have a lot of grudge in you, shit tends to just happen. Okay. We saw the last 3 games. Started off really nasty first 2 periods. Come that like last 10 minutes of the second, full third. I don't know what happens, but these boys just don't know how to not get in the net. Both sides, I mean. Just like luckily for me, the Panthers have been dominant in those third periods in the last 2 games here.
Yeah.
So I'm definitely leaning over here. I just don't think that either side right now goalie is stopping much.
Sure. Yeah, we have seen a lot more goals than I expected in this series. Florida during the season had been the highest scoring team, but their defense has really stepped up. And we've seen the Bruins have a great defense pretty much all season long. Right now, the over for Boston at home is 41, 49, and 2. So that's on the season. Oh, I'm sorry, at home they're 20, 25, and 1. But right now, Florida's last 6 games have all hit over. We've seen 5 out of the last 7 hit over on the road for Florida, and 6 out of the last 9 when playing on the road versus Boston have also hit over. Otherwise, just the last 4 out of 5 overall between these two teams have also hit over, and we've been seeing a lot of goals. Florida, let me tell you, Florida's last 6 games: 6-2, 6-1, 5-1, 6-1, 6-3, 5-3. That's a lot of goals for a lot of games. So I don't see that trend really stopping, and it's both ways. It's not just them scoring or them letting their opponent score. It's the whole game, or they're just high scoring. And sometimes it's the other side. But even the same thing, for Boston leading into this, we saw lower scoring, but now that we're in these games, we've seen the last 3 all hit over. And I don't see anything different happening here. I also think this is a must-win. Huh? What's that?
I expect another fight.
Yeah, I can see that too, for sure. You might want to take a look at if there's a penalty prop you might want to take in this one. But what I was going to say, I don't think this changes here. I think we see this as a must-win for Boston, so we're going to see some goals from them. And a plus 105, I think that's a gift from the books. I think get any plus money in this game is great, and especially the plus 105. I wanted to see something. It didn't really dawn on me how cheap this really was. You can even get 5 at minus 185. If you wanted a little push protection and wanted to dump on something, I might want to do that. I might, take a look at the socials as we get closer to game time tomorrow, because I might decide to put a few units on that. I know it's juicy at minus 185, but the push protection is going to ensure that we at least get our money back if we dump a bunch of units on it. And chances are it cashes. We've seen the last 3 games for Boston and the last 6 games for Florida all go over. I don't see much changing in this one. Next game, though, last game up tomorrow, Vancouver versus Edmonton. Greg, I know you have one more play for here.
Yes, this is another game, man, on the over. These few teams, Dallas, Avs, Panthers, Bruins, Vancouver, Edmonton, there is really no goalie presence right now. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, right.
They can't control the net presence. And like Vancouver, Edmonton, them being Canadian teams, they play each other so much, they know each other so well. It's just gonna be a back and forth in the goal type of situation, like it was the other day.
Yep.
So yeah, I'm riding over 6.5 every game more than likely. I just don't see no one not getting at least 4 goals on one of the sides.
Yep, I'm on the over in this one too. I took the over 6 though. Me, love a little push protection. Sorry, but it's only minus 135. You know what I mean? It's worth it. And I'll say this: everyone's biggest criticism of me is always that I will buy something to get some push protection with a little bit of juice. But really, in all reality, we're talking like $5 or $6 to make sure you win or at least get your 100 back. So get over it and just do it. Greg, he thinks it's going to hit regardless, so he's cool going for it, and he thinks there's going to be 7. I'm not positive that there's going to be 7. So
my motto is they gonna do it or they ain't gonna do it. And
yeah.
I love them to do it, so we might as well get what they gonna give us. I don't want to give them nothing. I want to take everything.
I hear you. Yeah, well, I'm just a scaredy cat sometimes. So, but yeah, those are the 4 games that we have. Greg, why don't we go ahead and recap your best bets?
Okay, sounds good, man. We're gonna start with the Rangers in Carolina over 5.5. Trust that. Fredrickson's a bum. All right, he's gonna give him up to the Rangers. Next game up, we're gonna have the Stars and the Avalanche going over 7.5. I took it up one extra goal. Like I say, these guys right now are just really, really nasty when it comes to playing around that net. Then tomorrow we got Boston and Florida over 5.5. Like I say, it starts off as a grudge, but it ends off right where you want it to be. And the Vancouver Edmonton, I'm taking that over 6.5. Like I say, these guys just don't know how to not stay in the net. These teams right now.
Sure. And where can people find you online? What do you got going on?
Yeah, man, you can find me right now on Instagram at buku_living_billionaire, or you can go to the search bar and type in Smackington. Or right now I'm on X. You can find me at Mr. Smackington on X or Buku561.
Yep. That's so great. And we always appreciate Greg being here. He is such a fun guest, co-host to have. Not a guest. He's a host now. I'm not a guest. But what I got for my best bets, Rangers plus 127, Av Stars over 6, Av Stars second period over 2, Canucks Oilers over 6, and Panthers Bruins over 5.5. Make sure everyone stays tuned. We are about to jump on with Cam for a new episode of the NBA Insiders. You guys can find me writing for Give Me Sport, Last Word on Sport. We are also going to be doing some new work with Hoop Brothers. The wife and I have a new gig with them. We have some stuff going on with Bet Openly. I'm going to tell everyone about. Make sure you check out Rhythm. Sign up for your free premium trial. The link is below. Otherwise, you guys can find me across all socials at Pick Management. This has been the NHL Insiders. We will see you later.
Yeah, trendsetter, whoa, league of my own, it don't get better. No, read what I wrote, I'm a bestseller. Yeah, reach for my goals, hit it dead center, hit it dead center. Bullseye, hit it the most, is no misses. Something like fish in a barrel, it's no different. Blindfold on me, I